Before the storm begins, where is my chat? Ah, there it is. Maintenant, jamais vole un revolver. C'est supposé magical. Magical. It's supposed to be magical. Magical. That's what it is. It's magical. And, hold on. I will now tell you it in English. Coming. I'm going to be there in a minute. Here it comes. Got to make corrections. I make mistakes. Okay, here it goes. I have to cover up who's watching because no one's watching and it bothers me. Okay. Now I do not know who's watching. First of all, let's go to, and it's been a while since I've been on, so I'm a little nervous here. Imagine you go away, wherever you go, you come back, and everybody says, how come the light doesn't work? And I go, lights out, you know? How was the party? Party was great. And they'll turn that whole great party into, oh, but how come? Oh, I wish I was there, you know? So just knowing these facts, oh, I wish I was there. How was the party? Why didn't I go? All of a sudden, from what you said, trying to keep it positive, it turns into a positive negative. What about the party? Okay, I don't want this camera to move at all. So so now you go to the party and you come back and the same person's gonna ask you a question. Now you answer, oh, it wasn't so great. The other person says, thanks. Thank God I didn't go. So that was a positive negative to somebody's going, which was a negative to the positive party, but it was a negative. Just throwing things around. Now or never. Une fois pour toujours armor. And that's another word that's wrong. It's supposed to actually be armour. And armory, I'm thinking as I'm going. Armory, is it armory? I'm not really sure, okay, because I don't have everything in order. There's a word that I wrote down, and I'm going to look for it. And it had to do with, I can't even explain what it had to do with, but I'm going to find it in my little book of what I wrote down. Oh, there's a fly. Bear with me. First of all, in communication, we get Munich. Remember what I'm doing. Remember why I'm here. I'm splicing together, going backwards, everything to do with life until I came to the point where life actually began to happen. Remember, the seed. How did the seed become the seed? Well, inside the seed are these elements. In fact, we don't even know if it's a seed. All we can do is see it. We don't know what we're looking at. We're looking at all kinds of things. All of a sudden, something grew and somebody gave a name to something they saw, and they called it a seed. You know, if you really want to go down deep. I mean, I couldn't even talk to you or you can communicate with me if we couldn't use words that were fabricated and brought out. I just want to say something. I'm having a beer, and it's in my fridge. I want something cold. It's been open for 4 days, and it's still bubbly. So this is Dieu du ciel, God of the sky. Imagine, God of the sky beer, made for the child, 6.5%. Look at that. Creation, look at that. Right over here, DC creation of the sun DNA, right here. 341. Now I can go into so many places. I'm still looking for that answer. You have the hundreds, right? You can be starting from left to right, as the left number being 1 or the right number being 1. So the second number is always 2. So is it the L1, okay, which is the left one, or is it the right one? Ra. Ra is to the right, L is to the left. Rael. Have you ever heard of that? The god of Rael? And I'm not making this up. You can do it right now at home. Take out your telephone, take out your calculator, go to the ATM machine, and take a look. One, 4, 7 equals 12. The 12th letter is L. The reverse is O. So it's O real, like O Israel. And then over here, it's 369 equals to 18. And that is for the R. So this is the L, the 12th letter. This is the R. The reverse is I. So why don't we just say it all together? O Israel. One thing at a time. Everything takes time, and it takes a lot of time. We're all, in a way, equal, in a way. Who's up front? Who has their hand up? Who has the time to listen to what somebody else has to say? And then when you're two, just when you're two, they each have to understand each other. The beginning of everything is two. The point between two people, let's say his and hers, a positive and a negative going together. Can we put two positives together? What happens if two positives come together? Can you be pushing up to a climax? You see the way two goes up into one? What does that tell you about number one? Two goes up into one. What is that telling you? Can you see the heart, where there's two bubbles on each side and then a point going up to one? To where two people over here, if they want to come to one decision thinking, they don't bang heads like this. They go like this, and they sew together. You don't want to bang, smash ideas. You want to revelate them. Communication, and that's for Munich, whatever Munich stands for. I think they also have a brasserie Munich. They call it the spirits. Remember, in trying to understand where alcohol and the alcohol and all the special items we have chopped out on our planet, where fishing permits and hunting permits and alcohol permits and permits to sell things and things that are illegal, they're all different categories of God's way of explaining to us the truth of all. Okay, you can say you're nuts. You can say what you want. I'm making this up. This is my TV land, and I am going to use the instruments of all the greatest people in the world that ever made a discovery, like the alphabet. And what I see, and I'm hoping what you see, because it's already been said by others, Lucy in the sky. It's been said by others. If the horse's pregnancy is 9 months, I'm going to use 9, and I'm going to use 24. I'm going to use 9, and I'm going to use 365, and I'm also going to use 0.25. I'm going to use the year. I'm going to use the day. I'm going to use the days of the week, the names of the days of the week, en anglais, en français, en espagnol, and any other language that I can fixate to put together to tell a story between the three languages on the meaning of today, aujourd'hui in French, aujourd'hui. In English, it's very funny. It's today and tomorrow. What does that mean? I was speaking with a friend of mine, and I said, because of what she said, today, and today is whatever is past. Okay, may have been in the of the man-made what is a day, but a day is known to be 24 hours, 1,440 minutes. So if it's from the moment that you speak that you take the action for the next 24 hours, that is your day, unless it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and we don't count nighttime when we sleep. Take off 8 hours. Enlève 8 heures. Take off 8 hours. So we got 16 hours. So during those 16 hours, 1 plus 6, 1 times 6, we come to the gateway, to the eye, to the magical eye of gematria. Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Why do I arrive at the magical eye? Because in gematria, en gematria, tu montes à 7, puis juste avant 7, c'est 6. You go up to 7, and just before 7, it's 6. And then after 7, it's 6 again. Now, I'm not sure if you watch Bob Barker and The Price is Right, but when that guy was whistling going up the mountain and he passed that $1, by $1, he busted, like in blackjack, and he went over the mountain. But in gematria, when you go over the mountain, you end up in the valley of love. Why? Because in the valley of love, it joins two systems, MNN, LMNNOP, LMN. She loves me, it says. LMNOP, monopoly. That's what I see the wave. So when you go to LMN, LM, you have to take always the tail that's holding the last. You need the tail before and the tail to the next one. So the L, which is for the female, which is for the queen, which is for the 17, 1 and 7, 8. Also, it is for the 4, D for dam. So it is 4 and 8. Now, do you want me to tell you where 4 and 8, 2 times 2? Times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. 2 to the power of 3. There's other ways to do this. There's other situations, and it can also be 2, 2, 2, talking about the divided pi. Divided pi. Remember I was speaking before up here in the center? Well, by the way, I'm not sure, but it's pliable. Gold is pliable. So if you have silver and bronze discussing how to create gold, right? How do we create gold? And the gold is the decision between them. The one that reached a point before the supporters. The supporters, second and third push second to push first to go faster. Third, who is first now is once third, chasing down second and then chasing down first to become first. And once he was first, second was second, but third was already third. Once you pass third, once you pass second, second is third. But once you pass first, you're first. And third is still third. But now what was first is now second, and now you're first. Just to say, you see how complicated sometimes things can be if we don't explain them right? And if nobody asks me any questions, I can't answer them. So yeah, it's hard to bang your head alone. It's always nice to have someone to listen to you, some feedback. And obviously, it's got to be, okay, let's jump off that. Just 1 second. So what happens? Somehow, like, who would ever figure this out? Instead of putting butter in a plate or something, I squished it in a bag so it was very thin so that when I would want, I can just easily spread it because it gets hard in the fridge. Usually it's supposed to not get hard in the fridge, but anyways, the fridge door was open, just a crack, and it melted all over. So I had to clean that. So then I had to clean the floor. Okay. I was listening to a song the last couple of days, actually just last night. And the song was, "Do not give up, okay, till you drink from a silver cup." Do not give up till you drink from a silver cup. So are we bronze getting gold to drink from the silver cup? The gold is pliable. It is the idea of two people. That is the gold when two people unite or when a group unites. Okay. Well, it's always up to the final two. It's the quarterfinals and then the finals between two teams. Listen to this. You have the quarterfinals. You have the semifinals, which is the silver area. It's a silver area, whoever wins it. But regardless, who's ever there is in the silver. So there's 2 in the silver and there's 2 in the gold. There's always 2 in each section together, 2 teams. The visitors, V for life, and the home team, H, 8, 4 and 8 come together, 22. This is for all the lonely people that think life has passed them by. So last night it was clicking in my head. There was something big in here, a story. There's stories in everything. There's stories in everything. I don't know them. I see them. Maybe it's not much. Maybe I can't make it out. And maybe what I might see isn't really a story at all, but I still believe it is because for the last 15 years or 15 years ago, I knew there was something and I just had to believe, and now I know there is. Do not give up. DNGDN. So it'd be 4, 5 through the sun and the gateway, G, the moon, 4, 5, up 3, creation, till you drink from the silver cup. So in feel, there's also till, okay? There's also kill and bill, okay? Kill the bill, okay? That might be saying something. There's drink, which is DR is usually RD for third, but that's a deer. Okay, when D and R are together, that's a deer. When B and R are together, that's a bear. When B and D are together, they are the cat, the electronic cat. And it's exactly because of the numbers. The D is the 4th letter. Reverse it is the 23rd. It is part of the pool ball. Hold on a second. It is part of the pool ball, the 5 and the 13. The 13 is 1 and 3, 4. The 5 ball is the 5 ball, and now you have the 5 and the 4 coming together. So I have to write this down. Hold on a second. My page is really messy. I should be pointing at the page and not at my face. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Here we have a B, and here we have an R. So if I put the B together with the R, I get a BR. And then if I put the D together with an R, I get a DR. Yes, dear. I just want to know how well you can read. And I just want to know about the Rod. I need to know Rod Stewart. Whoop, that's not right. Where's my stuff to erase? Where's my eraser stuff? Come on. Hiding somewhere. I like when it's neat. I like when it's neat. I'm a little upset at myself. I can't find it. Okay, we'll leave it the way it is. I don't know how to spell his last name, but this here goes to Angel Sun Electronic. Okay. Whoop, EW. East, West. Those 3 letters are also in French. So this is not only does this say West, but if you reverse it to French, it's saying East. So I have to deeply understand it. And here it's showing the 55. E, 23rd letter W, 5e lettre E. When ST come together, that is the best. That is first with all the rest. You can have a test because ST, okay, are angels. Now, I don't know if they've changed the way to the reverse. Good angels or bad angels, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I do know that when I began, they called this planet, and what they were doing is the signal testing system. NGC 7286 DBZ, which is Dragon Ball Z. So it's a deer. It could also be a doctor, right? And now if it was a doctor, what else do they call doctors? Oh, yes. It can be a quack. Right away they talk quack. I already think of Donald. I think of Donald Duck. I'll use this for a tier. These two letters together, right? And we're going to bring down the that U letter. We're going to have to put the U letter over here, and then we'll call in the MPs. So that's what I think about the quacks. So when deer comes together, he comes in, he steps in over here, Donald, because of Donald Duck, Quack, Jack, Trump. And then you get the set of angels because of these words over here. And you're going to ask me, where'd you get this? This is how this whole project began. Dragon Ball Z, Return of the Sig test. They actually called it the Sig test. And the name of the test was Satan 1 and Satan 2. Those were the names of the test papers. Where am I with this? I'm jumping all around right now. April 1st, 4-1. October 1st, 1-4. January 1st, 1-4. Number 14. October 4th is the 277th day of the year. April 1st is the 91st day of the year. And January is the 4th day of the year. 7, 7, 14. This will equal to 7. This will equal to 1. This will equal to 4. And it's just how ironic. 147. This is what I work with. The wings of Ra'el Israel. Right here, created here. Of Te. Israel of Te. This is what everything is connected to. This is a connection. When Rael connects, okay, when Rael connects, this Rael connects to these letters over here. And the reason for that is this is 2, this is 5, and this is 9. Sorry, and this is 8. Again, a mistake. This is 8. Now, like I'm saying, I don't know what it means. I could go on and read a little bit more. Okay, I always like to look at this as headquarters. And obviously, the quarter has the reindeer. It's worth 25 cents, right? Or 0.25. I like to say it's the new headquarters. And the last one is, I have no idea. 11, 31, 33. New headquarters of mass. If you want to look at it that way. 11, 20, and 2. Total is 33. Revelation is mass in rotation. And really cool yesterday, I was doing some work on a name. And in the center of the name, there was N-I-C, I think it was N-I-C-O-L-E. So I may have spelled it wrong, but these are the O's that came in. And then it, I'm just trying to figure out which way it went. I think it went this way, and this way, and this way. And then this one went this way, and this way, and it created this design. And this is more or less than 96 in rotation. And it's in rotation of this. Now, if you ever notice, the Jack letter, the J letter, actually comes off over here. Okay? And as you can see, if we broke apart this over here, you would actually see the the way it comes together. Do you see the 3 that's inside of here? You see that, like 3 and 3. Anyways, yeah, so that's of Israel. That's what your numbers say. 1, 4, 7 equals 12, and that is the letter L. EL, the reverse is O, like an ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. The next one is 3, 6, 9, and this is 18, and it is R. So you have RAPHAEL. Do you have the O? Well, the reverse of this is O, is ORAEL. Here is the I. I don't know if I want to go in and take all the letters from everywhere, but the total of this is C3. The total of this is I9. But this basically says in these 2 categories, oh, you want to put CI together in the short count? The short count, 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 8 is 9. You're going to say CL, which means the sky, which is 55 in Liberty. And we're in it right now. I just want to change the subject a little bit. There's a lot of things to go into. If you want to listen, if you like rock and roll, in which are vibration, understand the hertz, listen to the AM and the FM, look at the radio dial. There's some stories in it. Yesterday, I saw a gentleman wearing an Aerosmith shirt. At the same time, there was a sign saying ambassador. There was something else. In Aerosmith, you have Smith from Matrix. I'm just trying to go over. You have Oro, and in Aerosmith, you have Oro, Oro, and it's Soros. It's Soros. And just after that, I was taking a shower, and it looked nice, but I seen all of a sudden water started to flow through the streets. But it looked nice. It didn't look like it was ravaging or anything. Anyways, the 23rd of August. So when they give these dates, it's always before and after. It's never the date of. That's only a what's it called? A timeline. So we have Soros Smith. We have ambassador, which ASSA is actually talking about time of Jesus. And I'm going to show you why I say it. These look like 5s. I can be going first letter. I can be going in the AM in the morning. 1 through 13 equals 91 in the morning of the Spirit. This is looking like 1551. It is also actually 1111. So you want to call it 1111 because the word is split right over here. Ambassador. Ambassador. So this is actually more than a word for me. Okay. This is made up by 33 times 47. I know 111 is 37 by 3, but I'm not sure how to get to 1111 other than 1 times 5 equals 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6. And that's what this number looks like. This is 2115. Okay, 2154. 2154 is part of memory. It's a transfer at the gateway. You transfer it at the gateway here and here. What was once here and here is now here and here and here and here. You know, if you look at something from a certain angle, you can't see anything but this. Then you look from another angle and you see this. One side or the other. Panache, and I'm just a little bit all over the place. You know when you say Mr. Tack Pans, well, panache are antlers. I'm going to be rewriting this page. I don't know where I'm going with everything. Stars, rat. They're talking about Saturn here. They talk about Saturn. Every time they talk about a star, inside of it is the word for Saturn, rat. The tar rat, stars, ST, first, last, best, everything. Maybe they're always honoring. Maybe every time you look at a star, you're honoring something that you shouldn't. Telling matrix, we agree. Having different opinions. I'm just looking through some stuff. Quebec being number 53, electric company. It's almost like, imagine here's the entire earth and there's all kinds of stuff everywhere, but there's a place here. And here the alien ship comes down and puts Quebec right over here. And where did they put it? All the islands are dropped onto water. Wouldn't that be a good suspension? A good landing? Imagine landing comfortably on the water. We have a spring, but how are you going to do it, boss? How are you going to get down there? How can you put anything on a hard surface? Don't worry about it. We're dropping it on the water. And they dropped an island here, and they dropped an island here, and they dropped an island here, and then they put the plug in. Once they put Quebec down where it is, there's a few other places. I think it was mentioned to me that it was, she calls it the 5 eyes. And it makes sense, okay? If you take a look at the map over near Michigan, and I think it's Windsor, I think the Great Lakes, it looks like a heart beating. And a part of that goes on to Niagara Falls. Then there's Hoover Dam, that's something else. And then if you look at Quebec in the north, that's where 7286 is, and that's where the great they built the great dams for hydroelectric, H&E 5 and 8 matrix. Run everything in this blue world. Why don't you? The right for freedom. So if we are going to say the right for freedom, we have to understand what happens if we said the left for freedom. Does that mean freedom is no longer here because it left? How can certain things leave? They're gone because they have been taken away. The master is now in control. Do you think I come here and do these videos for myself? I don't. Not at all. Actually, I do. Building the truth and creating back-to-back security. Knowing what it is to do certain things, the right and the wrong, and knowing what truth is all about. And it's security. We don't need extra security. We have to be the security for each and every one of us. Are you hungry? Someone will feed you. They will not ask you any questions because everybody has just enough and plenty more. But, and if, and only if, but, if you partake in one of the circus acts on this planet, the stock market, casinos, smoking cigarettes, overindulging in anything you do, overindulge in anything you do, and what was once enough I have, I no longer have enough, and I want more. Now we have to create more security for all those who want more than enough of what they have. They have now gone overboard. The clock starts ticking, and watch out, Captain Hook is the first one to come back and tell you what happens. And he's lived on in history, their history books forever. Listen to Captain Hook. Looks like he's not winking at you. Well, well, yo, come 11, said 7 from the heaven. And just with that inside, the division of 3 into the cycle of the moon of the spirit of birth, This is the first letter. This is the third letter. Okay. 1 and 3. If you want to say 13, if you add to 13, it'll equal 91, the spirit. This is creation. This is not really creation. This is what comes in for creation. Inside C, if you put a C here and a C on the other side, it actually becomes, not sure if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Right there. You see that thing over there, the pineal gland, right? The fleur de lis, that over there, right over there. Big communication going on with that. CA, 3 and 1, 31, 13, 31, 13, 31, 13, 57, 75, or 77 times 75. And they're talking about Christ, the moon, time of Jesus, and creation of the half-life, 1776. And all you have to do is ask me why I just said that. And I said that because 4 is the greatest you can have on a die. 4 is the greatest you can have on a die. 4 corners. In fact, 3 is actually the maximum you should have, because once you have 3 sides on a die, automatically they have the reverse. 3 creating 3 reverse. 1776, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 76. 76 will create the numerics for 55 and 29. They're mathematics. And that is the birth. That is the birth of electric company because of the mathematics. 5 times 5, 25. Earth's heart. 5 plus 5, 10. The total is 35 and 15 equals to 50. It is dead center to the red dart, which is also known, can you name it as the red planet 50, which is surrounded by the green because of darts. And together they create the numeric value for the moon. And at the beginning of this video, I was talking about 2 through 1. Well, if you want to talk 2 through 1, why don't we talk about the moon of Earth, 1 moon, Mars, 2 moons, 2 through 1. And it actually looks like 2. Anyways, I think I forgot my ball, and I'm very upset. Just give me a second, and I'm wearing short shorts, so where's my ball? Did I forget my ball? Please don't tell me I forgot my ball. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't believe I forgot my ball. Check this out. I got a ball here. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw one line. Check this out. And just because I drew this line here, just this line here, I automatically created this part of the ball. Look, I'm just going to do it. Look, I'm going to show you. 1, so now, just from that one stitching, which is actually the stitching on the baseball, just by making 1, you end up with 2. So I was thinking yesterday, I said to myself, if Jesus was over here and he was crucified between the 2 thieves, 1 thief here and 1 thief here, they're not even in the same world together. They're here underneath the water, okay, and over to the other side. And like Jesus is in the center. So Jesus can go north and south, right? Like that. Let me see, like that. These guys have to go like under like that, and Jesus goes over like that. I'm just trying to think. Now, if I drill the hole from here, I would come out here. If I drilled the hole from here, I would come out here. So I'm just asking myself questions, because Jesus also could have been buried this way. I mean, hung crucified this way, with the thief on this side and the other thief on this side, and then Jesus here. Right? So what would be that difference if it was not that way and it was this way? See, it's two from that world and one from this world, but the two from that world on each side of each other, and it's from the underworld. It's pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool. I go over the mountain. Am I going east-west? If I go like this, if I went straight through here, I'd be going east-west. And if I went down here, if I went straight this way, I would be going north-south. East-west, north-south. Cross, east-west. So Jesus is that cross, east-west. And where you're facing and you're walking is your north-south. But for me, in reality, there's 4 east-wests. If you want to look at it. Standing straight up is north-south. Is it not? Something like that? Let me get a little bit of light. I feel like I'm a little dark. Is that better? Hey, I'm growing up, eh? So casino, 3, 28, 4, and 29. And you know what? I'm starting to do different things to try and learn more on how to do numbers. But because since this is a 2 single numbers, right? I'm not sure if I should bring them together and say 13 or just use their smallest denominator, or use the house denominator, which means every letter in the group of C. Because it's under 10, because it's under any letter from 1 through 9, use all the letters together. I'm asking myself the question. I'm a big kid now. Yeah, I'm a big kid now. Coming right to you with my nice hairs. Okay, so we're going to get 4, 28, and 29. This is very interesting. They come together. Sino, okay, comes together on the roulette wheel. 28 and 29 are both black. One is the birth, one is the cycle. We could have this 3 times a year, and we have 3 times in the cycle. 3 by 28, 84, Pluto, and then 29. So we go 84. 8 and 2 creates 1. 9 and 8 creates 8. This creates Ra. And it also creates 78, 15, and 6. Final result. If you ask me why, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, first I'm going to just show you over here. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Because there's a 0, all zeros equal 6. 6 plus 1 equals 7. This is 2 and 9. 11 equals 2. Becomes 7 and 2. Now, I saw this differently. I'm seeing it backwards, so the whole situation now changed. This is the birth to the cycle. This is the birth to the cycle of pi matrix, because this will create your first basic numbers of pi. Even these two, 3.1, creates the basic numbers of pi. So this becomes 72. Is it 2 7s equaling 77 Christ? Is it 2 times 7, 14? And the word becomes win big. At the end of it all becomes number 23. And number 23 becomes the son of creation. You can create number 23 with the number 35. 35 and 27 both create the same number. Trois fois 5 égale 15. 3 plus 5 égale 0,8 égale 23. H-O, ho, ho, ho. 86. 2 fois 4, 2 plus 4. 2 to the power of 3 equals 8, equals 8, equals 6. 2 fois 7, 2 plus 7 égale 14, égale 0,9, égale 23. 1 fois 5 égale 5. 1 plus 5 égale 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So they all come together as 1. 1 and 5, 1 and 4, 3.1415. 9265. Go check out the first beginning of pi. It's telling you about the birth of 111111, the child and the moon, or the moon child. 2911, 9211, 6 and 5, 11. 6 and 5 is ET. He is the student. Student élève. He is Yo because of memory of Earth and Mars. 25Y, O15, L12, B02. Boil. Just the words coming together. 15, 40, 52 plus 2, 54. The son of the DNA. So this is going to create this. This is the numeric value for this, as well as this, talking to you about a passageway through the sun. That passageway, the word pass equals to 55, which is the electric company 25 and 10 creating its number, and the minus number shows you this numeric value from Mars, which comes from the student of creation. This is also telling you about one half. Okay, I don't want to get into that. This is, there are 2 times 15, okay, in 1 half. You see, it's not 1.5, it's 1 half. This is if you were playing 15-minute periods like in football. If you're playing with 12, it's basketball. Just to understand the rules and regulations of how we'll manipulate our mathematics in this. Last but not least, I think I did it over here. The vibration in Chaldean. Pan-saison. This is very good. This was pandemic, pan-saison, democratic pandemic. Anyways, a design from number 4, from this, a 4 block and a 6 block. And in order to go through this block, okay, I have to be able to manipulate to go over without going into any box twice. And I have certain rules to follow. Right, I'm only going to the middle because in order to do this, all these blocks would have to be twice the size in order to give me a middle to go to. So I just made it smaller, and I'm doing what my obligation shows me, which is try to connect all the boxes without going through all the boxes twice. And that's the design it gives. I'm just trying to look. We went into this panache antlers. Antlers are on the quarter. Talking about the deer, the reindeers. You're talking about reindeer. You're talking about this is difficult to understand. This is the passageway of 66 through the sun. The value of these letters, okay, are 4 and 5. The same word in English, the value of the letters are 66 and 21. The 15th letter and the 6th letter, the 4th letter and the 5th letter, leaving me 921 or 93. Okay, this is going to tell me another story, but let's not get into that right now. Looking. When they say do not enter HRTZ, okay, they're talking about, here's another one. Here's where another number 23. This is where number 27 creates these 2 letters over here. And then here it's telling me about Earth. Do not enter Earth. So there was something else in here. I don't remember. Oh, yes, the Queen and the King. The Queen and the King. I'm going to do this. Okay, it's over here. It's on this. Can you tell me why this is the king and this is the queen? I will tell you. Because when you're playing chess, the queen can go this way or the queen can go this way. In actuality, she can go like that. But the king can go this way and this way and this way and this way. So the king is a star. And the queen, well, it's the ex-queen. 24. Here is the king. He is a star. That becomes a rat. Now, I have to understand the difference between stars and between X's. So that's it. Let me read off. 147 is the maximum score in snooker billiards. Very cool. Well, yo, you come 11. What about Tom Sawyer? I'd have to read about it. Send me a little piece out of a book, or I'll look it up if I can remember. Hopefully, I will. Very thin, right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end this. I'm jumping in the shower. Just finished cleaning my floors, cleaning the fridge. I'm a lucky guy. I haven't been on for a couple of days. I just had to go out and free my mind. I saw the stars. I made a couple of videos, but I have to look back at them before I upload them to understand them myself. But I saw the stars. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I saw the stars. I'm telling you, they were this big. When you look into the sky, you can actually see them. And not one star, and not 100 or 1,000 or 10,000. The sky was full of them. And you can see different stars. You can see different lights coming off of it. And if I had a binocular or something a little bit more enhanced, I would love to see a little bit closer because the truth is in the stars. Raphael, peace and love, security, truth, trust. Thank you very much for being here. And we will go on. And yeah. RH.